Alright, man. Life is moving at two times speed. Let's talk about it. Now, I want to apologize for my voice. It is terrible, to be honest. And I am drinking tea, but it's not really going to help because I'm ill as shit. And safety pause, I have a sore throat. This is good tea, though. But, I mean, either or, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay anyway. It's Brawlhalla. I've been terrible at Brawlhalla all my life. And this footage is from like a year ago because I stopped playing. So, yeah, this is the only real times you're going to see me do something well in Brawlhalla. But it is what it is. You're not here for the gameplay, man. Or maybe you are. But I'm here to talk about obviously, life and how things have been going. I think most of you will agree with this because of like the time period in which I'm talking about. But it's been 6 years since lockdown. Like, think about that for a sec. It's been six whole flipping years since lockdown happened. That's crazy. I don't know. 2020 was weird. I know for most people, you guys were stuck in the house. I mean, I wasn't. It was a weird time for me because like I was just finishing sixth form. I was doing my final exams. I ended up getting my predictor grades. So it's not even like I had to really take any tests. I think I'd taken, how many tests have I taken? I think I'd only taken my media test, but then the rest of them got cancelled. And I think I just got my predictor grade. So that was pretty sick because I ended up passing. In terms of like being locked down, like I was already working at that point. So I was working in a supermarket in Sainsbury's. I think I mentioned that on this channel. So I was like a necessity worker or emergency worker, whatever the term was. So I just kept working. I didn't really experience the whole lockdown the same way as like most people, at least most people my age anyway. I'm not saying that as a way to brag or a way to do anything really. I just wanted to point out that ever since lockdown, where like everyone's kind of gone outside now and gone back to regular life, feels like the world is just on two times speed. It feels like everything's on fast forward mode. And I don't know if that's because the age I'm at or because everything generally just feels faster. But like in terms of everything, like I look at content online, I look at, expectations, I look at where the world is, I look at even something simple as like inflation or some shit. But everything just feels like it's happening at a faster pace. I don't know, it's weird because you would assume that when you're younger things would happen quicker. But it's like, nah. Like I'm looking back at it and my childhood seemed long as shit. I don't know, ever since 2020 and like 2021, I guess, everything's just been going on and on and on and on. And to be fair, it's not like I've just been at home doing fuck all. Like I've been working this whole time and also I've been to college and I'm doing a bunch of shit. So it's not like I've had nothing to do. But like when it comes to life in general, this period between like now and like when lockdown was like the quickest time of my life. And I'm pretty sure most people would agree because most people I ask, they say the same thing. It's like, bro, time is just flying by. It doesn't matter what you do, time is just flying by. Like we're already basically in April. Like it's we're in month four pretty much. I'm recording this on the 29th of March, but we're basically in April of 2026. New Year's just flipping happened, bruv. Like I can physically remember everything that happened in New Year's because I was working. But and it's crazy to me because it's like, damn, we're really in month four of this year already. We're a third of the way into this year. It's gonna be 2027 instantly, and I don't know when this kind of slows back down again because what it feels like to me is that the reason why everything's kind of in fast track is because of the amount of time we lost in lockdown. Because it was basically like a year and a half of this whole like COVID thing. And it's like time kind of stopped because lockdown itself felt hella long. Like I was still working, I was still doing all the stuff I'm doing now. But that was the longest time period for me. That whole like year and a half of lockdown. So in a way, I don't even know if it's like everything that's come after that is like on two times speed to try and make up for the years, to try and catch up, to try and bring the world back on pace. And if that is the case, then it's like, when is this gonna go back to like just chilling again? Or maybe it never will. Maybe we're just too used to it being at two times speed that this is what life will be. But like I look at YouTube, I look at work, I look at job opportunities, I look at basically every facet of life. And I'm like, damn, everything's just going so flipping quick. And I can't keep up with it no more. If anything, it's made me like disassociate with a lot of the things that I was doing, whether that be like certain hobbies that was just kind of I was stringing along, or whether it's like certain friendships or something like that. Because I mean, like I'm happy with the friendships I have now. Even something as simple as like reconnecting with like family or reconnecting with like people I used to know, or even me coming to terms with like things that I need to do for myself and all of that. Like everything that's kind of happening, it feels like I've had to just let a lot of it go in order to keep up with how everything is operating. And would I change it? Not really, because if anything, it's just made the bonds with the people I need to have bonds with stronger, or the bond that I have with YouTube or with other hobbies, or the bond that I have in terms of like the career path I'm trying to take. Everything about what I value now is stronger than it's ever been, which I'm very grateful for. But in order to keep up with how everything is moving, I've had to get rid of a lot of stuff, and I've had to also disassociate with a lot of stuff. So I don't even keep up with nearly as much things as I used to. Because as time goes on, yeah, it's just evolved so much so quickly to the point where I can't even look at it the same no more. Like, I'll be honest, like, even me making football videos on my other channel, it's so hard for me to keep up with football, so I don't. And you're probably wondering, like, how are you going to make football videos if you don't keep up with football? It's so hard for me to keep up with Tottenham as much as I do, because that's the club I support, and then go look at other teams and try and look at them and cover them and think about it as well. It's so hard for me to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And if people don't know, I prefer basketball over football. It's probably my favorite sport to watch. But like keeping up with basketball is just as difficult, if not more difficult, because there's more games. I had to let go like MMA. Like I used to be a casual MMA watcher. I let that bitch go. I let boxing go. You know, I let flipping table tennis go. I let so many sports go because I can't keep up with all of this, man. I can't. I have to just like have a focus of my family, my friends slash relationships, I guess, and then my career. And then like I kind of have a YouTube thing where I'm just kind of doing it just to do it. And those are the only four things I have, and that's all I can keep up with at the same time. I can't do nothing else. And I don't know. I don't think there's a point to this video, but it's like, how do you guys feel about it? Is really what I want to ask, because bro, as time goes on, I don't know if the world is gonna like slow down or if the world's gonna get even faster, especially with all like the politics and how everything's becoming so radical. I don't know what's in store for this world, and the only thing I can ask really is, do you guys think the world's gonna get faster? Do you feel like everything will even happen at a faster pace, or do you think everything will kind of slow down and go back to how it used to be, like pre 2020? Because I feel like that's when it kind of started. To be honest, maybe I'm bugging, maybe I'm not. I don't know, but or maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe the world is going at the exact same pace. I don't know. Maybe AI has kind of been the reason why everything is just kind of accelerated rather than lockdown. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that life is on fast forward mode. No cap. Hope you enjoyed the little ramble, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.
I'm not a savior nor a saint. Told 30s and sticks with an open case. I try to behave when I know I can't. So purpose of this is to motivate. What's the ticket? Shit we can negotiate. Take a toke of the law while I pour the drink.